pen letters is wild.
In my ears right now. It's like,
Yeah, that's the music.
Yeah, pen letters is a little wild.
Yeah,
I just
so
wanted to make sure because I only have my left ear.
your left ear. All right.
Yeah.
He said your voice makes you want to.
So you had to get out of the try to I guess be like.
I'm sorry. I said her voice make niggas want to tell the truth.
So you had to try to be like more like
Y'all had weird songwriters or people who thought they were songwriters.
you had to be like more like Beyonce and Jay, like because they kind of off the they're Beyonce and Jay kind of like off Instagram.
No, they're the only ones that have the privilege to do that. She is the last of them.
She could post a pinky toe.
She's the last one that can have
of
that.
The Prince era, Michael Jackson era.
She's allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's a cult.
I
love her, but it's a cult following, and it does not matter. I'm telling you right now, Beyonce is gonna release a silent fucking double album. Silent.
I buy that shit. Some Pootie
It's gonna go triple diamond.
People are gonna be like, "This is the most innovative shit I ever heard."
She gonna start playing the flute like Andre 3000.
And there will be reviews
and make it
written
kill
about
it.
it.
It is an
Her
amazing
fans are definitely
capitalization of
worse
silence.
than us, the Kanye fans. Her fans are definitely worse than us.
Oh,
I think
that's a
I think they are though.
absolutely.
They got us. Yeah.
Without question.
Yeah.
The only ones that I think are close to the Beyonce
It's
fans,
crazy.
they're kind of crazy, but to me, almost at the top is Cardi, bro. The Cardi guys get a little weird.
The Bardis.
No, the Nicki Barbs.
Yeah, Barbs. The Barbs. They might take the cake.
Nuts,
And not Cardi B. I was talking about Playboy
calling
Cardi.
them going to the graveyard, Meg the Stallion's mother. That's wild.
Insane, dog.
Them having to get extra security at the graveyard because they're talking about digging up her mother.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nah, them Barbs is crazy, dog.
That was a thing?
Out there they had beef, yeah.
Yo, chill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
man.
it's sad because I'll be like going to bat for Nicki Minaj, like because like just her talent. Not
Yeah.
her she is.
Extremely talented.
They put her in like pop categories, but won't put her in like female rap categories, where she'll definitely win. Like, but they put her up against like Taylor Swift and shit, where she's definitely gonna lose. Like, so it's like she ain't never gonna win shit because they got her in the wrong category all the time.
Yo, you seen who won album of the best album of the year? I forget. Somebody beat out. Oh, Lauryn Hill beat out Thriller for best album of the album
ever.
Yeah, best album ever.
Yeah, so I mean,
That's crazy.
Lauryn Hill. So what was it? Apple.
Don't even discuss that. Don't even discuss that.
Sounds crazy.
Not even one fucking Mariah Carey album's up
Yeah, they did
Not
R&B
legit.
dirty.
Not legit. No, not an Alicia Keys album. Songs in A minor.
Wait, no Alicia Keys was on it?
No. And right after it, she posted a video of her with her whole awards cabinet, just like being petty. Like, oh, okay. Got it. Take one of these Grammys.
Yeah, nah, that's
She
fine.
has hits.
Beyonce had like a couple albums on there. Really?
Yeah. Well, you know what? And my take about number one was Lauryn Hill.
Let me tell you why, okay? This is one of those things. It's almost like it's similar to the Andre 3000
no, it's
conversation.
exactly like that.
Because when you start to, it's like your reputation almost precedes
Right,
you
it's
because
the
people
legacy.
have this expectation of this excellent thing that you did one time, and like that's it. You can literally live in that. Like, imagine how many artists, if they just ever released their first record, would probably be like infamous, right? Because that first one was incredible. And then when you drop 2 and 3 and whatever, people are like, yeah, you made great music. Nothing's ever be as good as the first. But it's like, I feel like honestly that stopped Lauren from ever putting anything out ever again. It did so well that it scared the shit out of her.
They did that to Nas for 5
How do you measure up?
They did that to Nas for 5
They
albums.
say you have your whole life to write your first album.
Yeah.
And then your second album.
Well, first of all, Lauren didn't write that.
all,
Lauren didn't write that, and she stole from a lot of people.
oh, somebody who's on my side, bro. A little overrated.
No, I'm definitely not.
You
Overrated.
gotta look up a clip of Robert Glasper talking about Lauryn Hill, and he like explains like why all his friends got cheated out all this shit. Where and she took all of the credit for it, and people didn't get their credit for one of the best albums of all time.
Yeah.
And that's why I really appreciate my parents, because they put me onto artists like Robert Glasper, and
Robert
Glasper is so
He's a
fire
beast,
with like collaborating with all of the dope
His
creators.
Black Radio
so
series is
like he collaborates with all of the different creators and whatever the genre is. If you're dope, he's gonna get you out to a concert. So
Yeah, Black Glasper
it's
is that guy.
it's just fire to see that there's still people out there that's like keeping the creativity going.
All right, man. Let's speaking of creativity. Let's launch this rocket, right?
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra. We wasn't abracadabra before.
I mean, well,
We have
All right.
B-roll is B-roll.
You ready?
Extras.
Wait a minute. What's this? This ain't enough. Make it enough.
Yeah. You first? I'm first? All right, ready, start over.
I got so
Ready?
excited.
All right. Wait, you're coming up.
I'm coming up.
Yeah. No.
No.
you missed it.
Miss it again.
I thought we were doing the year again.
Boom.
We're not doing the year again?
Do it.
Yeah.
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 1, 2, 3.
That's what you're supposed to like. Oh my God.
I
You
got
get it wrong every
I gotta
time,
catch
man.
my breath.
Every time. Every time.
The fact that y'all are counting me down is crazy.
Try to throw the hoop.
Try to throw the hoop.
That was it again.
I missed it again.
Must be the shoes.
Hold on.
Ready? Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you, bro. No,
You know, I was off. He was still on.
Oh my God.
How do you quantize the humor?
It's
How
the
do you
heat.
quantize the humor?
I say it's on the 5. You say you're on the 4.
How do you quantize the humor?
Whatever.
How do you quantize
Is there a
it?
MIDI for that?
I can edit it on. I can do it on the edit.
You
I can do it on
I
that.
told you I'm just gonna pre-record it.
Why
We're just
you
gonna use it as a drop.
claiming? See, that's editing. You don't do that. You don't claim stuff you don't think you think you can do, but don't know you can do.
I can't do it.
No, you cannot.
All right.
He's gonna go back to all the old episodes and be like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna grab
yeah.
that. I'm gonna grab that bark.
I've never been here before, but I thought what you guys did initially, I thought that was like choreographed. That's how you started. I was like,
Oh,
this
you
shit
thought
is
you-
cool.
Well, it's supposed to be. It was a little sloppy.
Like, they got it.
It was a little. It was a little. Just like,
No, everything that she saw happen was supposed to happen.
yeah.
Everything she saw happen was supposed to
In
happen.
wrestling terms, it's called a botch.
Yeah, we definitely watched that. Yeah.
Came up with our own story.
It's all good, but Banks, what the fuck is going on, dog? What are we doing here?
Check. What's good, everybody? It's your boy DJ Banks, and you are now tuned in to Make It Enough podcast. As always, I have my brothers DJ Bugs,
What's up, Doc?
DJ Blueprint,
Rumor has it the Blueprint Classic.
and our creative director Q.
Cute.
Be sure to follow us on all streaming platforms at Make It Enough podcast.
I'm not a DJ Banks.
Yo, Q's actually mixing right now, which is crazy.
I seen.
yo.
But if you're watching this, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and them thumbs up for the algorithms. Yeah.
Put it right there.
Yeah. But before we get started, we got a special guest.
Yes, absolutely.
Fam, I'll let you do the introduction. I'll follow up.
All right, perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to introduce a truly remarkable individual. Not only is she a stunning beauty, but she's also a dedicated registered nurse, making a difference in the lives of her patients every day. But that is not all. This multi-talented superstar has also graced the stages of The Voice, showcasing her incredible vocal talents to a national audience. She's also a gifted artist with 4 major products under her belt: Balancing Act, Bedroom Chronicles 2, and her latest EP, Welcome Home. But what's even more inspiring is her courage and resilience as a cancer survivor, having faced and overcome one of life's toughest challenges with grace and determination. Through her music and her work, she's a beacon of hope and an inspiration to countless people. Ladies and gentlemen,
Wait, with her passion
with her,
with her passion and her talent and determination, she's a true triple threat. It's my honor to introduce my friend, Felicia Temple,
You really did it.
Man, he just stole your
to the Make It Enough podcast.
So
I thought this was a joke. I didn't know
his
this
friend
was
too.
The best intro.
And his friend.
Wow.
He said triple threat.
No, he said
Triple
this.
threat.
Just make sure we don't forget that part.
Triple threat.
Man.
No,
Passionate.
you wasn't. I told you I was gonna.
Make
I
it
said I was
enough.
gonna follow up.
He
But yeah,
did say he was gonna say my friend.
yeah, I
He
did
said-
say that I was gonna.
Yeah, we got
I
Felicia
thought that
Temple
was a joke. I'm not-
in the
Hi,
building.
everybody.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Felicia Temple is in the building, y'all. We appreciate you coming through and gracing us with your presence. Felicia's also been on the cover of We Are Jersey magazine, so we appreciate you. Shout out to you. Actually, can I get your autograph?
Please.
Can I get your
Yes.
Only
autograph?
right.
that mark?
It's only
Wait.
right.
It's the
That is
market.
a big Sharpie.
Yeah,
But
he
you just
has
hiding the marker
biggest
in there?
Sharpie. You're gonna bend the cover.
Yeah, why are you doing that? You can't
Nah,
actually-
You just pass it simply.
I'm just saying.
I
Yeah,
did
drop
this
it.
cover during COVID, so I actually had to send these pictures in. I didn't even get to meet anybody, so
It's a pleasure.
it's pretty cool to see.
On the back end, welcome.
I'm not-
This is We Are Jersey.
Oh, I don't even know how to sign with this gigantic cover.
Nah, he's a little crazy.
It just I didn't know her signature was. Hey,
I was gonna say, can you see it? It should have been in like silver.
now we can see it. Now we can see
Normally I
it.
carry a silver
You gotta sign
Sharpie.
over your light skin. So if you sign over you,
Like,
you've been alright.
try to play me all crazy.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
Man.
I got one. I got
Only
one.
like a shade and a half darker.
Bro, listen, bro. You should.
Signed copy.
My son.
Thank you so much.
I got one at home. I got a light
This is
skin at home.
priceless. This is priceless. So next time you see her on something big, we're gonna put this on eBay. We're gonna see what they do. We're gonna have to give her like 20% of the sales.
Yes. So this is Make It Enough, and Mariah, what does Make It Enough stand for?
I'll do the best I can with what I got. Oh!
Yes.
We love Mariah. Shout out to Mariah.
Yes. We are here. So let's start it off like this. We're gonna do usually like this is a relationship podcast, but we're gonna start off basically with our Barbara Walters. What do we like to call ourselves, Banks?
We are the Black Ghetto Journalists.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love it.
So
Yeah.
everything that happens here is alleged. There's no facts. If you find a fact, we will deny that we said it. So we're the three black journalists, ghetto journalists. So this
first,
is that segment.
what's your relationship status, Felicia?
I am divorced.
Oh, should we clap it up for that or
No.
Okay, no, boo.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm not. It's not that type of party.
You didn't have a divorce party?
No.
I heard that's trendy.
My
a-
divorce.
Wait, that's a wait, a divorce party?
That's in
Yes,
vogue.
I have
That's in
been
vogue.
out,
thing.
and there
It's a
are
thing.
groups of people literally celebrating their divorce.
I mean, I guess, but
My divorce was literally just finalized yesterday morning.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah. I it's
Did you
nothing.
toast or you didn't like? Was it a somber moment? Was it a just take a breath in moment? Like,
Well,
Possibly
I
still
was
possible.
running on 1 hour of sleep from being at the studio. I was working a shift, and it was on Zoom, and I had to sneak into a patient bathroom and swear myself in before the court. And literally, it took 5 minutes, and got out of there and just put my phone back in my pocket. Okay.
So no time.
Wow.
Basically,
so
no time to process.
no time to process it.
I mean, you have all the time to process. It was probably the most simple divorce. I mean, if a divorce could be simple, paperwork wise at least, we were we're super cordial. We're cool with each other. There were no lawyers involved. Like, it was very, very easy.
Okay.
So I
doesn't-
had
that
the
doesn't-
time to.
Usually, I guess we don't have to go too deep if you don't want to, but usually like divorces are, I guess, kind of like ugly. Usually, like it's like you guys seem to, I guess, be on the same page about certain things. It
Come
wasn't
to some sort of a mutual understanding.
Yeah.
Well, yes, and I'm all about, in the end, if we're going to separate, everything has to make sense. We're both two hardworking people.
Right.
We both, on top of having regular day jobs, have businesses. And we both work really hard for everything we have, and he's a great guy. I'm not going to all of a sudden turn around and say, I need to see every single penny of this, and I want that. And
You're not gonna bash him. We're not gonna get the dirt, guys.
that's so not ever been us, and I think that's when it really comes in handy to actually be friends with your spouse. And
Right,
to
right.
really, I think that people, this is one thing that I will say, I think people get it very confused. When you actually love somebody, I think we so very rarely actually love people. And it's funny, I'm saying this and I don't have children and you all have children, but I think that's when a lot of people, when people have children, they realize, oh my goodness, there's so many people I actually didn't love, because now I know what it is to love a human. But if you actually really love somebody, it's not that you necessarily stay in relationship with them, or that the form of the relationship has to change in some capacity. Like if it's not working for us, then I'll always love you, but like in this form, we don't work.
Not compatible. Yeah.
And we have to acknowledge that. And I love you enough to like, I'm looking at you and you're not getting what you need and I'm not getting what I need. So we're staying here for the sake of the rules that society has given us.
Convenience, outside press, like
for convenience, for economical reasons, right? For the look of it, right?
Perception.
The beautiful house, the beautiful cars, the two people that, you know, seem to have everything. We look so good together. It should just work, right? But what happens when it doesn't? And how many people stay because of the perception of what it's supposed to be, right? So, you know, I don't have a bad word to say about that man. I never ever will, but I just know that I'm proud that we loved each other enough to like do it in a respectable way. And
do you feel like usually some people, I'm never getting married again?
Oh no, I'm absolutely gonna get married again.
Okay, all right, that's good. I love.
Says somebody who their divorce just finalized.
Respectfully, of course.
That's a clap it up. That's a clap it up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I recommend to everybody, like when people talk about, oh my goodness, I would see people when I first got married that would be like, ooh, it's new, you just wait. Or it would be like that petty person that got divorced and they hate their ex-wife or their ex-husband or whatever, and they're like, yeah, you think it's good right now, yeah, until such and such and such, whatever.
Yeah, that's a negative energy right there.
It can be such a beautiful thing. I think humans are meant to be in relationship with one another. We're meant to be in companionship, and absolutely, I would get married again. I can't wait.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I have a question. So do you think that it's something that is necessarily you weren't compatible, or just like you weren't just fit for the long run? Like could y'all have just stayed friends, or was there still understanding like at the time why you were married, like why you decided to say I do and I will?
Ask me that question again, because I feel like you asked a couple of things.
I probably did. Let me start with one. Do you feel like that? Probably did. I think I'll start to just talk, honestly. Sorry. So do you feel like it was a compatibility standpoint, or do you feel like the compatibility that you had was worth being into the marriage?
I don't think it was. I think it was a growth issue.
Okay.
Who we were when we met versus like who we were then in that home, like when we decided to say like we can't do this anymore, like we're vastly different people, and I believe everybody should be getting their needs met, and there has to be some kind of balance in any relationship, and the balance was just really, really off for a long time. And we tried all those things, the therapy, all of those, all the things.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be the person who got divorced. Okay, my grandmother was divorced. My mother is now 3 times divorced. You know, my father, obviously, he's divorced. He divorced my mom, but he's been remarried. And my mom that I was raised with, he's been with her since I was 5.
Right.
But like, I come from from a long line of divorce, you know. I never wanted to be that person. So when I got married, said, and I would say to anybody who would listen, I'm never getting divorced. The only way I'm getting a divorce is this man beats me.
Right.
He would have
gotta
to beat
kill me,
He
dog.
would have to beat me. But there is nothing that's gonna, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But as my mother said to me, well, Felicia, everybody has a lot of ideas about marriage until they get married. And you don't know what your bottom line is sometimes until you cross it. And when you start getting religion involved and your thoughts about God and like what's supposed to be, I think, you know, my mother said to me, I don't think that if you think that this is what God has for you, I can't tell you that this is what God wants for you. Like when you get to the point where you start to feel like if I stay with you, I'm betraying myself. And I clearly felt like I clearly sat there and I said to him, I can see you in a few years married to someone else with children and happy.
Wow.
And I don't feel any like, oh, that I missed out on that one. I missed out. Like, you're a great guy. I want that for you. I see that for you. I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense right now, but it all will eventually.
Do you think there was something that you saw, or like there was a final straw that like was your realization point? Like,
Yeah. But I won't discuss that on camera. But there were a lot of things that a lot of lines crossed that should have never been crossed. I think that neither of us were in a place to forgive, but I think that you pile enough weight on any relationship. There's never, it's like when you break a mirror. You could put it back together and you can
but
glue
just
it,
the cracks
you
of it.
always, and then the reflection that you see is never actually different, right? And I had a feeling. It was like God kept giving me these signs like, hey, you should leave. And I was like, nah, I'm good, I'm gonna stay. And it was like, well, I'm gonna keep throwing this in your face then
until you
give
until
it.
you do.
All right, damn. All right, well, listen.
Hold on, I have one more question.
Okay.
Just because we're kind of on relationships. I know dating now or being out there right now is probably difficult, especially as like a more successful woman, especially as a successful woman that's been successful in the public eye. Has there been a point, or do you think there is an impact of your career in your relationships?
I don't even want to say that it's the career that impacts the relationship. I mean, first of all, I don't know how to date. Let me just be clear. Okay. I was always.
What do you mean by that?
I'm a relationship girly. Okay. I'm a relationship jumper. I like the man wouldn't be 1 foot out the door and there'd be another then I'd be with you for 5 years. Like I'm the type of person, I meet you, I like you, we go together with a V.
Right.
Like that's it. So I mean, I was with my husband for 8 years. Before that, literally, I was only single for 5 months. But before I was single for 5 months, but I was with that other guy on and off for 4 years. And then before that, because I met him straight out of college. We started dating. And before that, in college, there was somebody like it was the same person from like high school all the way through college.
Yeah,
that
you know,
because
like, you're not in the streets, so niggas they're gonna like
I don't know
lock you. Niggas is not like you're not like out like you're not like in the clubs or whatever.
It is to so when you date that young, you know, high school, you meet people in high school because you're in school with them. It's a vicinity, right? In college, it's probably somebody that you in school with or something because it's vicinity.
Yes.
And then when you're in these long-term relationships, now I'm out and I'm like, okay, so where I'm supposed to meet you at the grocery store or something? Because I go to the grocery store, I go to the gym, I go to work, I go to the studio. And I keep my head down in all those places. I'm there to work, I'm there to do my job and go home. So now if I want to meet somebody, I have to be so intentional of like actually putting myself out there to go on a date. And I don't know what that is, but I mean, as far as a date, I have one mode, and it's wife.
Intentional. What's your
know.
intentions? What are your intentions?
I don't know. I don't know what this, are we talking? Are we messing around? I don't know what any of that is. Either you're my husband or I'm single. It's one or the other.
Yeah, I feel you.
Understood.
We ain't got time to play, though.
I can't do that now. Now I have to actually like play the field. You know what I'm saying? People tell me, you got to get a roster. I don't know what any of it is.
Don't listen to these niggas out here, though. Do not listen to these niggas out here. Stick to your guns.
That's crazy.
Start talking about a starting five.
Yeah, please do not.
I saw a post today, and the lady said the rule is, can you cuss here?
Yeah, of course. We smoking.
I don't know. The post said, fuck one, date some, talk to them all. And I was like, I think that's decent.
Okay. Wait.
Say that again.
Say that again.
Fuck one.
Okay.
Date some.
Okay.
Talk to them all.
Yeah. But they're gonna think you're fucking with more than one.
But as long as you only fucking one,
That's safe.
that's safe.
You're
Very
safe
safe.
for yourself.
Safe.
I'm 36 years old and I'm trying to make sure I stay on my hands.
For yourself.
My body count. I don't have
Getting too close. Getting too close.
I'm like, I'm not running out of
Wait,
figures,
hold on. That deserves one of these too.
What the chat say, man?
That is definitely
Amen.
a good
Yeah, so
ratio
like-
number.
Can
to
you stay 10
And
hands down?
Also, I'm not. I find that like now in this dating landscape, it's not literally unless I'm meeting and dating, say, a bunch of doctors from work, or I'm dating all the same people at the gym. Like you don't know him, and you won't know him, and y'all won't ever like.
Right.
Cross
I'm not.
paths.
And to me, most
Yeah.
people aren't asking that question.
Yeah. Nah.
Nope.
You got to keep it
That's
classy.
And
a weird question to
Men,
ask.
this is the bottom line: is men know what they want when they want it. So if you date me and you want me to be yours, you're gonna make sure of that. You're not gonna leave any question about that. You're not gonna listen. I don't want you seeing nobody else. I want us to go to. I don't want you talking to no. Like once you figure it out. Yeah. So if you haven't figured that out, say that to me. Guess what? We
Yeah, we not. Yeah, it's not. This is not that.
Yeah.
It's-
That's,
But they
that's
can't.
solid.
But they can't say that on like the first date. Like they gotta. Or
No.
can it be like that?
No.
Okay, so there are. So you
No,
do
no,
have.
no.
You do have the boundaries.
I mean, you could
that-
say maybe I eventually down the line, my plan
But
is to get married to
be-
somebody. You know what I mean?
but
Like let it be known.
To be
right?
honest, I cannot focus on too many people at once. Like if I like you, automatically just out of respect, I'm just not gonna. I'm not even gonna want to look at nobody else.
Right.
That's how a lot of girls.
I don't
Usually,
have that issues. You know what I'm
they're
saying?
like one at a time.
Yeah, it used to
Usually,
be.
that's how when that cut was coming up. But yo, listen, we've kind of started already. But usually when we start, right? I usually start with a quote of the day, right? Don't fucking give me those head downs and head nods and
I didn't
shit.
say anything. I was just
You
like,
seen the faces?
Yeah,
my
I did.
nigga?
I did.
You
I
seen
did.
it? It was like
They definitely like turned
a
on.
visual
I'm sorry.
groan, dog. It was just like,
What's
I didn't mean
the
to
quote of the
express.
day?
I
I
didn't mean
feel
to
like he's
express
gonna
out
behave
loud.
today. Like, are you gonna behave today?
come on, God, come on.
Okay.
I'm just, you know what I mean?
Am
So
I?
y'all don't believe he's gonna behave?
I didn't mean my body language to say how I was feeling
What's
at
the
that
quote
moment.
of the day?
Usually we're a little. Sometimes, I mean, they can get a little raunchy sometimes. You know, these guys are out of control. But now, I mean, we have
to focus
got a
on
lady
these
here.
eye
We got a
statements.
guest today. Now, I mean, we're not even on that type of time, guys. All right.
These eye statements. Yeah.
So, quote of the day, and I got this yesterday from my friend that posted it. I left the house in these scrubs at 6 a.m. I'm on 1 hour of sleep. I worked for 12 hours. I worked a 12-hour shift. It is now 10:50. I'm 3 hours into a session. I can't. I can't. You can't outwork me. You cannot outwork me.
That was me yesterday.
See, he behaved today.
Yeah, see,
Fuck y'all
come on,
niggas.
guys, come on, dog.
Fuck y'all niggas.
Yo, when you sleep, my nigga, that's OD, dog. You get up at 6.
No. I was out the door at 6.
So what time
I was
you get
at
up?
5.
Out the door at 6. 12-hour shift
Yeah.
to be at the studio
Got to the studio 7:30. Drove straight to the
7:30.
studio,
You
got
posted
out.
this at damn near 11 o'clock.
Yeah. I was in the studio.
What time did you get home?
No, it was quick. I was just right in Englewood.
Did
so
you get to eat good food, or did you have to grab some shit?
Was you? Oh wait. Was you with my nigga Left?
you said what?
Was you with Left?
Nah, with Ash Kavan.
Okay. Cause he.
Right on Shepherd.
Okay.
Yeah,
I heard
yeah,
Left
yeah.
is in Englewood now.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know him. Who's
Jameson,
that? I don't think I know him.
white boy. He went to high school. We went to high school with him. I'll put you on later. He's good.
But
She said no.
yeah, no, no. Eating. I'm very disciplined with my food. I'm very disciplined with the gym.
So you got
and
your Tupperware with you?
The only thing that saves my life.
Yes.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I don't eat at the studio though because I don't waste time. I'm there to work. I bring a water bottle and I get it done. But I count my macros. So all my meals literally have that freezer tape on it with like the ounces. Everything's weighed on a scale and like proportioned out for the week. So I meal prep on Sundays. I don't.
You don't get tired of eating the same shit?
I don't get tired of looking in the mirror.
Listen.
Damn.
It's a button.
It is. I wish that. Wait.
Hold on. Play them organs.
I'll do the best I can, but when I
Play them organs.
I'm gonna have to start pushing the buttons because
Yo, if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? So like I'm a firm believer. Like there are people out there who could sing me under the table. There's no doubt about it. I am not.
Nah.
No. I'm not saying that I'm not an amazing singer. I know I am.
All right.
But there are, for facts, people who could sing me out of a room. Like, oh fuck this. Maybe this shit is not for me. Is there somebody who looks better than me? Abso-fucking-lutely. Whether it's natural, surgery, whatever, right? Because people have ways, right? What you're not gonna do is outwork me, bitch. I will I can get less sleep than you. I got more degrees than you. And I'm gonna work my ass off. I'm gonna make my money. I'm gonna prioritize what's important to me, and I guarantee you, if I keep that shit up every day, I'm gonna beat you. Okay?
Nah, for real.
I'm like, how long was this organ? This was about to be a whole service.
Yeah.
That's lit. I mean,
Like,
you're like that. You're doing some Kevin Hart
I really
shit.
try
Oh, that
I
was
try to
cold.
stay
That
like
was
toned
cold.
down on Instagram, but literally I wanted to put at the end of that shit, bitch, you never outwork me. I don't even know who I'm talking to, but if you looking at my shit and you thought you was about to beat me, I want you to look at me and go, how the fuck did she do that?
Yo, I feel like you hold back sometimes. You let that shit go sometimes. Like, not me cursing. I mean, like, let that, like, you be like reserved.
You know my corporate clients. They pay me really good money.
She said
You can't
she
be
said
out
the
here
code switch.
cursing, letting everybody know I'm
we
from
can't be, but
Teaneck,
like,
Englewood, the hood. Know what I mean,
my
Not the hood.
IG close friends is like where it's at. Like, especially after I get back from the gym. Yo, I came from the gym the other day and I leg pressed 505. I was on my Instagram stories. I was like, fuck y'all, I'll lift you and your bitch.
hey yo,
Yeah, I leg press real heavy.
Nah, that's tough.
all right, yo.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we're on our Barbara Walters shit today, right?
Barbara Walters.
We're gonna start from the beginning.
Right.
When did you realize that you were like a great singer? When did you have like that realization, like, yo, I'm better than all these bitches out here? Like
In like third grade.
in like third grade?
Yeah, like when you finally start going to organized choir, and I came from a whole family of musicians. Everybody sing. Like my birth mother can sing and play piano. My father sings. My grandmother was a cabaret singer. My uncle sing. Like everybody had a studio. Everybody plays an instrument. When I got to school, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Y'all niggas don't sing?
Yeah,
Y'all niggas
like,
don't
that's
play
not-
instruments?
Everybody.
This ain't the Jackson 5? Let's go.
It was like getting to school, and my dad always had an Apple computer. I'm talking about when Apple had a colored Apple that had a white Apple. A Macintosh. And when I got to school, I was like, what is this PC? It was the same thing. I did not understand. I literally thought that everybody sang. I thought it was normal.
You thought this was High School Musical we was going into.
Yeah. Apparently it was not. But
Right.
I realized quickly, like, oh, okay, people can't do this.
And they got, some of them got confidence that they could, though. I know that was probably funny, too, the ones that think they could sing.
So let me tell y'all a story. Let me tell y'all a story about how bold I was as a kid. I was in 4th grade. I finally got tired of these people singing so bad in this choir, and they kept giving me solos. So my music teacher, his name was Mr. Gordon. I swear to God, I'll never forgive him for this to this day, right? You know when somebody says something to you as a kid and it like impacts you, like I'm 36 years old and I still think about this.
Yeah.
So here I was, bold and bossy. I finally decided I'm quitting this choir. This is 4th grade choir. Who fucking makes
quits?
a decision?
Yeah,
Who
I'm
quits
quitting.
choir, right? I was
You
like, they
definitely
suck
are bold.
this. They suck this bad, right? They can't sing.
Okay.
So I see all the other teachers now also. BJ, you know, I was a nerd, right? So like, I'm real smart. So
Nah.
like, I'm smart. So, and I was in Englewood schools at the time. I was in Cleveland School in Englewood. And I saw all the other teachers, how they communicated to the teachers was they put a note in their mailbox in the principal's office.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They have all their mailboxes.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, I wrote a handmade letter to the teacher, and I put Gordon on the back because his name was Mr. Gordon, so he would know that it was for him. And inside the letter, I was like, Mr. Gordon, I'm quitting the choir because these people can't sing.
Oh my gosh.
But I still like to sing my solos.
Yeah.
Legit. I put that in there. And do you know what this man did?
Built for
This would
greatness.
never happen now in 2024. These parents would whip this man's ass, okay? He said, I want you to come down to my classroom. I come to his classroom. I sit at his desk. And he says, go pick up that dictionary. And he said, I want you to open it up. And I want you to find the word conceited and read it out loud.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
And Mr. Gordon, go fuck yourself.
Hey.
Because I'm still conceited.
Fuck
I
you,
mean,
Mr. Gordon.
Listen, dog.
Because
What Remy say? I'm
as Remy
conceited.
said, I'm
For
conceited.
a reason.
I have a reason.
Yes,
I
exactly.
meant that
dog.
shit, but like as a kid, it was very like it wasn't to hurt anybody's feelings. It was literally I'm listening to this. They suck. They can't sing. I'll sing my part, but I don't want to sing with them. Like it was very like in my house. It was like I remember my grandmother telling my cousin. My cousin was singing at this block party, and she got off the stage and she could not sing. And my grandmother touched her arm like this, and she said, "My darling, don't you ever embarrass this family."
Oh,
like that
my
ever again and
God.
get on
Shout
this
out to
fucking
grandma.
stage.
You need to pick up an instrument.
Shout out to
Ever
the
embarrass this family like that again. It was just like a
Shout out
point
to
of
her.
fact. You
Yeah.
can't sing.
Just,
Don't you ever embarrass.
So yeah, like I remember people singing loud and proud and wrong, like wrong and strong.
Well,
That's the number one reason, actually, probably why I would never be a music teacher because I can't tolerate it.
yeah.
that's
Like an elementary school teacher or some shit where everybody's playing them recorders.
speaking of elementary school. That's where we met, right? Sixth grade.
Sixth grade,
Sixth grade.
Miss Benevento's class.
Remember that? She had like a mole on her face or some shit like that, right?
She had that short cut.
Yeah. She was so mean, bro.
She didn't like kids. I was
Nah,
convinced.
she was so mean, dog.
Like, why the fuck you teaching kids?
Salary, retirement, pension,
It
retirement.
ain't nothing. God bless you. I
Thank
think.
you.
Bless you.
Yeah, she was so mean. But now I remember you coming in. You're like, yo, from Englewood.
Yeah.
You was like, I won a talent contest or something like that. And you're like, I won a spelling bee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you remember that? Wow. I did win the Bergen County Spelling Bee in like 5th grade.
I was with my cousin Aaron. I don't know if you remember Aaron, but that was my cousin. And we
Yep.
was like,
Did you go to States? Well, I'm younger than you. Never mind.
did I go to what?
Now I was asking her, did she go to States? But I'm younger than y'all, so I wouldn't have been even if she did.
Oh, you did spelling bee too?
Yeah.
No, I didn't go to States. I just was done there. Yeah, moving to Teaneck was so traumatic for me. I hated it.
You hated it?
People were
grade
so
was it?
mean.
What grade was it that you
I started 6th grade,
6th grade?
so I finished through 5th in Englewood. And coming to Teaneck was the first time where I was like, people don't like me. Like I went from like, these are all my friends from kindergarten on. Everybody likes me. I get along with everybody. Like I'm in the in crew, and I came, and it was like. And it was one of the, and I became that person from 6th grade through high school. If you ask girls that went to school, it was always, oh, Felicia, I don't like her. And they'd be like, oh, well, why? Like, what happened? She said, I don't know. I just
For
don't
no
like
reason.
her.
For no, nobody had no
I
reason.
don't know, I just don't
Nobody
like
had
her.
no reason to like you. You were just a sweet person.
It was, yeah, see, all the boys said that.
yo, hey, you're going to get me in trouble.
All the boys. And to this day, that's why I have so many male friends. The guys are like, that's because I'm a nigga. That's rude. That's the
No, yo, listen.
okay.
I remember that because we became friends.
Yep.
In 6th grade, we were very close. That was my nigga. We hung out after school. Like we were mad cool.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, and you were friends with my man's cousin. A little bit after that,
Wait, who?
who was your family member?
Byron.
Byron Highsmith? His birthday just passed the other day, June 11th. Why do I still know that?
God
Oh
damn.
my God, that's my first love. Yeah.
So I used to hang
My
out with
first
Byron.
kiss,
and
okay?
I used to hang out with Byron, and he used to tell me how much he's in love with you.
Shout out to my man Byron.
Goodness,
man.
yeah.
Shout out to my guy Byron. Yeah. So guys, any follow-up questions? You want to move on?
No, we can go on.
All right.
Sure.
So we're gonna fast forward a little bit, right? In 2017, you were a
That's a
contestant.
lot of it.
So in 2017, you were a contestant on The Voice, and got to actually do a duet with Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
Well, it's like
Wait,
years-
first of all, how the fuck didn't you win? I know them niggas is cheating out here because
Like,
my
what the
nigga,
fuck?
yo, my nigga, nah. She,
what the fuck?
There's
Yeah,
no
you
way.
know what happened,
There's
so tell
no
us what
way,
happened.
yo.
What the
She
fuck?
was bodying them niggas. There's no way, nigga. And somebody like,
Was it like a deal on the back end? They had to make you
like
lose?
her and Ariel were on TV like around the same time, and I'm like, yo, my niggas from Teaneck out here fucking violating this shit. Like, there's no way they should win. Like Ariel won. I thought you was up next, and they cheated you out. How the fuck?
Well-
tell me it was rigged.
I signed a contract with the show, so you guys are like a legit podcast. So if I say anything,
NBA.
This shit go viral.
At least she gave us a legit. She gave us a legit stamp. She gave us a legit stamp.
We quit.
Let me translate. I was right. You know what I'm saying?
Again, this is ghetto
You was right,
journalism.
nigga. Them niggas cheated me.
We are
this is
ghetto
the thing.
journalism.
You know, this is what I say to people. Doing a TV show is like entering the Twilight Zone, where you cannot, while you're doing this, you are
Contractually obligated.
you're under, oh my goodness, why I always forget this word. It's not quarantine though, but literally you can't tell anybody, like you're in LA, you can't tell anybody that you're there. You live at this hotel or wherever the location they have you at, and you can only walk within a mile radius. And this is like Uber kind of just started around this time, like getting really popular.
Right.
So like you couldn't like just go hop in a car and go somewhere and do something. You are under lock and key, and there's a production assistant around at all times. You have to be in your room by 10 p.m. And like they can call you at any time during the day. You get a schedule every night, but like they could be like, we need you to get in the van right now in the front and go to Universal for a wardrobe fitting or whatever.
Really?
It's like you couldn't just like sneak away and do what you wanted to do, or if you did, you had to be fortunate enough to like not get called by the bat phone, which is the phone that can call you and be like, yo, you know what, the schedule changed. You got vocal rehearsal right now, so you got to get in the car. It's like, so you better be around. So like in this system, you don't see like what's going on until you get home. And I think when you're an artist, you go there with all these preconceived notions of like, all right, on a show like this, there's no goofy talent. It's not like American Idol where like you have people doofy, just audition, they suck, and they just try.
Everybody's good.
Everybody is fucking good. I've met some of the most talented people I've met in my life. But when you're doing that, it's like, in my hometown, I know I'm the best singer, right? You're not gonna see me. I'm gonna body you. Right?
Say it again.
But you got all these people that feel the same way. So like where you come from, your voice is your superpower. And you would get to a place where that shit, I'm sorry to say, it doesn't matter. Because they're not looking for good singers. They are looking for good TV.
You have to be a personality.
Okay, and my season won an Emmy, to be clear. But the contestants who are on the show, making the show, we don't get an Emmy.
Yeah.
The production gets an Emmy. The judges get an Emmy.
crazy.
We don't get an Emmy.
Not the talent.
Not the talent.
The talent
makeup
doesn't.
people get an Emmy.
That's
we
wild.
don't get an Emmy.
The makeup people.
Yeah.
That's
For
wild.
outstanding makeup, for outstanding, like they won Emmys for our season. We
That's
don't win
crazy.
it. So like they're looking to make good TV, and I don't blame them. That's what makes them the money, right? We are just one of dozens. They can fill your spot in a heartbeat if you don't want to do it. So if you do it, you got to be smart about it. But The Voice it's an interesting place, but I kind of feel like I got the better end of the deal, because if
You had an epic moment.
if you think that it sucks to be on a show where literally every time I sang against somebody, I lost, you think that it's bad to be on that end? Let me tell you what end is worse. When you win and people are trashing you on the internet, telling you how much you fucking suck and how you should have lost.
Wow.
And I watched them do it to the kid that I had to sing against, and he was so sweet. And he called me Miss Felicia. He was 13. And he's like, he got off the stage, and I'll never forget when they called his name. And he did a wonderful job. He's 13. And he got off the stage, and he's like, Miss Felicia, I don't understand. I didn't win. I don't understand. And I was like, baby, enjoy your moment. Enjoy your moment. And it's very hard. And they tell them, don't look at the comments. He's like, I was looking at you too. I'm like, don't look at what those people are saying.
Yeah.
Like, I at least was like, I should have won that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can take that away. And they had like a meter after every show, like where America voted in real time, like who they thought should have won the battle. Every single time it was me. So I was like, all right, so my ears ain't broke.
Yeah.
No, you definitely.
Fuck is voting for these shits, huh?
You know, I definitely cried my eyes out. I definitely was like super traumatized from the show, because it's like you are on this roller coaster and then just all of a sudden you're kicked off. And when I tell you they take everything, I'm talking about you get off that stage, and this is live TV. So you get off live TV, they take you across the street to the psychiatrist. Swear to God, the psychiatrist is on set in this little house.
Yo.
He had seen me so many times because I just kept losing, but like they kept bringing me back.
Right.
So it was like a running joke. So I went in and I was like, all right, Doc, you know the drill. I'm not going to kill myself and be fine. I'm just going to go back to my nursing job. He's like, all right, thanks. Maybe I'll see you next week. Like, it was a running joke because I kept coming back.
Right.
And literally they take you right to the wardrobe department. They take your clothes. They took the weave out of my hair. I said, bitch, I just got kicked off live TV. I can't even keep my hair.
Damn.
Wow.
God damn. They did, but when you get to a certain point in the show, like I got, there are some really cool perks. So everything that they customized for me, wardrobe-wise, I still have. So when I sang the Titanic in my white jumpsuit, I have that. When I sang Defying Gravity in the red dress, I have that. The red outfit, when I sang in my audition, I gave that away. But like my black pants that I battled in, everything I sang in, I actually have. And then you also, once you make it to the live shows, you get custom in-ears molded to you, and they have the people come and actually fit every single person for custom in-ears.
Nice.
So I walked away with a pair of in-ears, a lot of stuff from Ultimate Ears. Shout out to them.
Shout out.
Because now I got a second pair from them, and like they're my company.
Nice.
But yeah, so there are some amazing perks that come with the show.
Because that was going to be my last question. If you can go back, and if the choice was, would you do it again or not?
That's really hard, and I tell you, you know how people weigh out like they do their pros and cons. There's definitely more pros than cons, but the cons were so maybe they don't outnumber the pros, but the cons were so heavy. And you go from being very famous. I'm talking about they have to warn you. You go to press meetings with press etiquette and all this, and they tell you what's about to happen to you you've never experienced before. And I was like, whatever. They're like, you have to turn off your phone when you're on TV because your phone may break.
Wow.
And they did not lie.
Like that?
Wait, what?
My phone started glitching.
Oh, so many notifications.
The notification, as I'm like people. I'm talking about people you ain't heard from the second grade. All about.
And I know you from where? Elementary school.
So we were friends. You can't give me no ticket out there?
I don't know you, man.
Cousins you haven't heard from, cousins that ain't really cousins that all of a sudden is telling people in public that's my cousin.
Oh, you play cousins coming out of the door? Oh, man, son.
Yeah. So like, but you go from that to literally you're kicked off, and it's just like, it just all
Ghost.
For real?
and it's worse even for the people who make it all the way to the end. Like my friend, one of my shout out to her first of all, Vanessa Ferguson. Okay, that was my roommate on The Voice. Like I went to her wedding. My song was her wedding song. One of my songs for my project. That is one of my closest friends, and she's currently actually in Alicia Keys' musical Hell's Kitchen. They just won a Tony.
Nice.
And she met Alicia because of the show. But she made it like she was like top 8 or something like that. Like she made it pretty far. And one of my friends was like the second. He was like the second runner-up. He just talked about how depressed he was. So many people was like suicidal and stuff after it because you literally go from like projections blowing up your phone. You got companies wanting to meet with you, brand endorsements, this, that. So like you get kicked off, and it's like nobody cares about you.
15 minutes of fame while going like that.
Yeah. When it's done, it's done. So like if you don't go there with a plan, I hired a publicist while I was still on the show.
Right.
I had a project lined up when I got there, already recorded and done.
Good.
And I hired the publicist. Everything got verified. All my socials got verified quickly because I was on this show. And she got to work for me. I was able to do a press tour. I was able to drop a project and like retain a lot of fans.
That is fine.
Nobody works harder than you, as you say.
Yeah.
You're not gonna outwork me.
You're not gonna outwork my nigga, dog.
And it's free marketing. The whole plan is to make it as far as you can and don't win.
Yeah.
Because you're not contractually obligated to anything if you don't win.
Yeah.
You can't drop any music until 30 days after the last episode airs. So I literally dropped my project day 30.
I was gonna say
That's hard. Yeah.
That should have been loaded on fucking ready to go.
Right.
Nigga.
That's when I dropped the balancing act.
That's
Literally.
fire.
And I kept it moving.
Okay. That's what's up, yo.
Hard.
Oh, one more question about this shit. So, and I guess I don't know if you can answer this one. With the performance with Alicia, was that like impromptu?
Oh, so that was impromptu.
That was.
The crazy part is y'all,
that's good to hear.
Y'all didn't see the whole thing. I was so mad that the whole thing actually didn't air. So initially, that wasn't actually the order of how things happened. So I got up, I sang whatever you see the whole moment. Everybody turns to chairs, rah, rah, rah. Then Adam says like, oh, I want to see Alicia and Felicia do the thing. So it was funny because backstage, I said, yo, I swear to God, Alicia Keys turns her chair. I'm singing Girl on Fire. I'm wearing this red jumpsuit. Got me out here looking like Red Riding Hood. I'm singing this shit, right? So as she's coming up, I'm like, hey, whatever. Like I literally started playing piano because of her. People called me Felicia Keys in high school. Hated that shit. But like I loved her. So she like, yeah, we should sing something. What we trying to do? And I was like, immediately, because I'm a fucking ham, I'm like, oh, I know what we should sing. And she's like, what? And I'm like, this girl is on fire. The band starts playing behind me. I'm singing and shit. And then I hand her the mic like this, and she just froze.
Oh, she wasn't ready for the freestyle.
But I think she was like under the weather that day. She was like, my voice, I can't. She's like, how about we do? So like I was waiting when it showed on TV. I was like, y'all just wait, watch this shit. And I was like, where the fuck is Girl on Fire?
Oh, damn.
The air, yeah.
That sounds like a dope ass fucking performance. That would have been fire.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, and the band just drops like,
Yeah,
like
the band just dropped in like, oh, okay, we got it.
Oh yeah, son.
Somebody somewhere has that footage.
Yeah.
Somebody. You got to get that, son. That shit is stopped somewhere.
We always got the footage.
Somebody
Man,
got
shout
that
out
shit.
to Alicia, man. That was great. And I was looking at her and I was like, damn, are you like my long lost sister or something? And sure enough, like as she walked backstage with me, my dad was like, yeah, you definitely look like my other daughter. Like you look like a random kid.
Nah, I mean, I had you back in the day. You was the first one.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so before that or after that, were you on tour with Deborah Cox?
After
After
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah.
And how did you get hooked up? Because I seen you on stage singing Aretha Franklin's song with her.
Yeah. Deborah, I love her. She really is awesome. I got hooked up with Deborah, so I am on an app called Jam Card. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's an incredible app for really anybody who has anything to do with the stage. So if you're a DJ, a producer, an artist, a writer, you do lighting, you do sound design, you play an instrument, it's basically where you put your profile and you have like a card. So it shows everybody that you've worked with, the instruments that you have, the equipment that you own, how to reach you. You can put your clips, you can put your whatever. You follow people. It's a social media just for that. And you have to get verified through Jam Card. You have to be invited to it. And they have these sessions called Jam Jams, but people are on it and people hire.
Sounds interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm a DJ.
Yeah, I mean, I can send you an invite to the app. It's incredible.
Thank you, my friend.
And you can be a Jam Card New York member. They used to have a lot of jams prior to COVID, but it's kind of slowed up. But I've had some incredible connections on there. I've met some people, or like literally, you can find whatever you need. If you're like, I need a female violin player in Houston, you can literally put in those parameters and it'll show you everybody who is there. So like when you need to hire players, and you can book players right through, but like you'll see things and it'll say like, I need a lighting designer for a tour going out September through December. If you know anybody, hit me up.
I need an old, tall bass player with gray beard. You know what I mean, from the 70s with funk style.
You know, people will be like, got an A-list artist that needs, you know, a male guitarist with long hair and whatever. Like they list like that, but it's not just for jobs, but it's just for kind of networking. You can reach people really easy on there. So there's a music director, his name's Thaddeus Dixon. Shout out to Thaddeus, because that was like one of the best calls I ever got. He was trying to get people on Jam Card at the time, and he said, I am looking for background singers for an artist, and it was literally the same Sunday as Summer Jam. I'll never forget it. But he was like going to South Africa, but he didn't say who the artist was or nothing. And I was like, so it ain't none of the people with Summer Jam, because we're going to South Africa. Well, who the fuck is it? But he didn't say who it was. He didn't say man, woman, nothing. And he said, send me an audition video, whatever, but you got to submit through Jam Card, blah, blah, blah. Thaddeus hired me like without even speaking to me. Like I sent that shit in and he was like, you're hired. And I just showed up at rehearsal, and well, he like started sending information. It was Deborah Cox. And I was like, holy shit. You know,
she wouldn't have been at Summer Jam anyway, so.
Right. That's not her vibe. But there could not be a better like match made in heaven, because if I could have anybody's career, I would want hers. She has literally done R&B. She's done the dance world. All of her dance mixes are just as well known, even more well known, especially like it's Pride Month. This is her fucking month. Like I have gone to some of the biggest.
Wait, Deborah Cox is gay?
No.
All her music is
like
I was about to say the last name kind of.
Like her
mixes in that, like her dance. She has 3 children, and her husband is her manager. Her husband was her bass player, and they wrote like all her early songs together.
Right.
Okay.
And they're still together, still going strong. But like what she's done between R&B, dance, and Broadway, She has kept a respectable career. She looks better than she did in the 90s. She has a family. She's not on drugs. She don't drink. Her voice is fucking incredible. And she's a good human. Like, I'm often the only girl that travels with her. Like, the rest of the band is all guys. And she'll be like, I don't know. I don't want you in the dressing room with them. Like, come with me. Like, that's family.
Yeah, that's
fam.
That's what's up. That's
like,
what's up.
The way she treats, like, and then she'll introduce you on stage. She introduces you to people. A lot of female artists, like I always say, like, people be like, damn, Felicia, like, how come you don't sing BGV's background vocals full time? Like, you could tell. I'm like, no, I can't fucking get a job. Do you know how people look at me be like, you're not getting on stage?
Bitches be hating, dog. You about to come out here, know what I mean? And Mariah Carey me, my nigga. We not doing that,
next time you're watching a performance, I want you to look in the back. Look at the shadows and tell me what you see.
Oh, yeah.
And how they look. They want them to not look good.
I mean, go ahead.
No, you know
what's your spark?
You just saw that.
Yo, that's facts, though.
Yes. That's definitely
I never thought about
facts,
that.
Even
bro.
with guys
I
too,
never
like
thought about
That's
the
definitely
dudes are
facts,
cornballs.
bro.
They
The
all
joints
corny, like,
on behind,
yo.
they be in the darkness, and they do not look that good.
everybody.
When the camera get on them,
Nobody's gonna take
the
attention
camera
away
don't-
from that man.
Yeah, the camera don't pass them, and you go like, oh, wait a minute, who the fuck was that?
Nah,
right there?
yeah.
And you know what?
shit.
Backup dancers too. Like usually, if you look at Meg Thee Stallion, you look at like Meg Thee Stallion's dancers.
Yo, she disagrees with
said,
me.
Nah, yo, if I look at Meg Thee Stallion's
You going by that
dancers,
bus.
She said, I see some
she don't
dances
look the
about that.
same. They don't look the same.
And let me not get it twisted because I have some background singer friends, but them.
She didn't mean to call y'all ugly.
No. I'm not. I mean, it's impossible to.
They might
blanket
have their
statement
own
and say,
career,
like, they're
too.
all ugly. These people also put out their own music.
But I said they
and
have
do
their own
incredible
career.
shit. They have their own career besides singing backgrounds. But for a by and large,
Right.
people are usually not in the greatest of shape. And you know, it just
Voices
is what
are
it is.
amazing.
Voices. They can
Voices be voicing.
outsing the main artist 11 times out of 10.
Right.
That's why when you go on Tiny Desk and you see all the singers, you know them. The background singers,
Yep.
you know them. The ones that be in the background.
And some of the ones I know sing for the top of the top of the top, sing for all the best artists. And I'm thinking of like 5 right now who are incredibly gorgeous, but just get looked over.
So
Yeah.
you we're speaking about the music, right? So with this, we're gonna jump around. I got a lot of questions.
Jump around.
So I'm jumping around, son. Your latest project, right? No, your other project, your previous projects, they were a little bit more essential. Now, I mean, hence the name Bedroom Chronicles, right? This one is a little bit more dancier.
Yo, can we play something off of that real quick?
Yeah, we definitely can. It gives me like beach vibes. Know what I mean, like party.
I'm so glad it gives you beach vibes. That's exactly what I was
That's
going
what you're
for.
going for. Word.
Because I was like, yo,
It's giving me
I need this in my earbuds on
deep
the
house
jet ski.
music.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, that was where I
Yo,
was.
You said, wait, this is
the
your
most
joint, right?
exotic
Yeah,
dude on the
Wonder
podcast.
About My Love is my joint.
I need that in
I
my
had to
earbuds on
add
the
this
jet
one
ski.
actually to my Vibe
Right
With Me
after,
playlist.
right
This joint
after
is
18.
hard.
Right after Smooth 18, right?
Hey.
Just 9.
Nah,
Yeah, nah, this is definitely.
gotta take it easy on vacation.
The jet skis?
Yeah, watch how this joint drop. Watch how this joint drop. I want to remix this.
Yeah,
I can make this into a club beat real quick. It'd be crazy.
Nah, this is definitely fire. And like I said, it's more like a beachy vibe than your last projects. It even came with a dance challenge,
Yeah.
which is
Oh, you
which is-
TikToking it?
You TikToked it, right?
Yeah. It's I ain't get nobody to do that shit. Just my
gotta
stupid
try.
ass. My stupid ass. He's challenging my stupid ass, but it's okay.
I was watching something.
Get Banks to do that.
I was watching something before, and somebody.
Do it.
I don't know what the moves were, but I'm with it.
Banks to do
Like,
it.
what are the moves?
I was
It was
watching.
pretty easy. I can teach it to you.
Nah, it was dope. It was dope. But I was watching
I would
something
do it. I
before,
would- I
and
would
somebody
totally
said
do it.
that they hated fast-paced music.
Who said that?
What?
Wait,
Did
what?
you say that?
Oh, me?
Yeah. Somebody
Okay.
said they hated fast-paced music.
So I will tell you this.
So
To
wait,
me,
wait.
This is mid tempo.
Okay.
Everything on there is mid-tempo. This is not fast music.
Fast.
I was gonna ask what made you change the vibes up.
So if everybody always wonders why I named the project Welcome Home and there's not a song called Welcome Home, and the reason is, and see, this is why I have to do more interviews to kind of explain myself. So lately, dance music has been like a thing, right? So Beyonce put out Renaissance. You got even Meg Thee Stallion did a few dance things. Drake did a dance album.
Jersey Club is going crazy right now.
Right? So like that's kind of like the thing.
Niggas
and then
is shaking their hips all wild and shit.
Led way. That's led way into like this Amapiano kind of like tribal rhythm beats or whatever, and that seems to be the thing that's in. But what people don't realize is I grew up in house music. My dad is a New Jersey soulful house artist, and I grew up singing backgrounds for him, and the very, very, very first song I ever released was something called Smooth, and you can't even find that shit. It's not on streaming platforms or nothing like that. But it's a dance track. Okay, my dad did soulful house, and I grew up going to Winter Music Conference. Okay, going to Cielo, names that are household names in my name are like in my house are like Barbara Tucker, Little Louis Vega, Lou Gorbea, Willie Ninja, who is the man who taught Madonna how to vogue. That name is fire. Willie Ninja?
Yeah, that's a fire
Willie Ninja
name.
is where vogue comes from. If you ever like these houses, like when you see like the gays and they do like the voguing and like it'll be like if you ever see the origins, it literally is Willie Ninja.
Shout out Willie Ninja.
And he was just a tall, badass queen, you know. He's passed away, but like these are people that I spent a lot of time with. So this is actually me going back to my roots as an ode to my dad and my uncle. Because if you're on Instagram and you want to add some music to your shit, if you put in Diamond Temple, you'll hear all my dad's shit. Like my dad's shit is streaming. He like, it is? I'm like, you're not getting checks? Like,
and that was gonna be part of my questions today.
He definitely got some.
I'm somebody that's kind of came up in the music scene in our area and seen and understood and kind of respected the path that guys like your dad on kind of the music scene.
I don't want to get
so the question.
I don't want to get restricted off YouTube.
So the question is like, I mean, you've kind of touched on it a little bit.
You won't get pinged for this music though, because I didn't put it for like YouTube.
Oh, we rocking it.
So
that's what I said. Rock
I did it
out
on purpose.
The question is, what type of influence do you think is it?
You know the DJ's gonna want this.
First ever.
You and your passion for music and your sound.
My dad is like the reason why I do what I do. My dad is who showed me how to do what I do. My dad worked as a police officer in Englewood. Everybody knows my dad, Officer Temple.
Yeah.
Best cop in America. Nobody can tell me wrong.
Held me down a couple of times when I got me out a couple of jams, you know.
My dad
I know your daughter, dog. Yeah. Like for real. Like for real. Like call her. Like,
he said thank you. He said thank you, sir.
My dad was like real big on community policing. So like so many people, like I think they was happy as hell when he retired, because I think everybody in Englewood would have said, Officer Temple, my cousin, yo, call Officer Temple, yo, call Officer Temple. Like, my dad was that guy, like, yo, just go home. Give me the weed though. Give me the weed. Give me the weed, but go home, you know. But he would do that, and then he would tour, and he would literally trade shifts with people, work doubles so that like he could get a bunch of days off so he could go on the road and go do what he had to do, but like still make money and take care of your family. And my dad always said to me, like, he's like, you know how many talented people I know? You know how many people I know that have Grammy-worthy albums that shit will never get heard because they made one wrong decision or one person blacklisted them for something they did or said. Anything could happen. And talent does not necessarily equate to success in this industry. And although I want you to follow your dreams, the landlord doesn't care about your dreams. The landlord wants their money. So you better make sure that you have something to hold you down, and then baby, go follow your dreams. But I want to make sure that you don't ever have to live that starving artist life. There is another way. You don't have to starve. You don't gotta make compromising decisions if you have some source of income that nobody can take. Get a skill nobody can take away from you. And that was the best thing that he ever said, because I definitely always had a choice to sign a deal in high school, and I turned around and my mother was like, oh, thank God. Like my mother was about to have a heart attack. Then, because I was 16, and then I was convinced that when I turned 18, I was gonna take a deal and whatever. And I had the choice to go to nursing school, and I had a full academic scholarship, 4 years paid for because of my grades. And I chose to do that shit, and it was the best thing I ever did.
That's a deal right there. That's a deal.
You know, 4 years of school for free, nursing school, came out, got my RN license, and now guess what? I make my own schedule. I make my own.
Wait, you got you skipped LPN? Or
You don't have to be an LPN. LPN is like a year program or some kind of shit. I went 4 years, got my bachelor's
went
in
to college,
nursing,
yeah,
and
for
went
that
to and took my NCLEX, which is a degree that makes you an RN.
Okay. My wife is
So like if you some people may not go to a traditional college, they may go to an LPN program and then from there go to an LPN to RN program.
But
to
she
bridge
has
the
a
gap.
bachelor's also, so I guess she has it's
She
easier.
did accelerated.
Yeah, it's an easier path to get to her RN. So that's what we're trying to do right now. It's fucking hard. Like with 2 kids, trying to like find time to go to school and go to work and like watch them. It's damn near impossible, bro.
I mean,
But you know what though? The payback is when she.
That's what I'm like, yo, we should do this. We gotta do this now while they're young. They're not gonna remember. We gonna be like, we're gonna get old. We need to hire a babysitter or something and get through this shit.
On the physical therapy route, like she just finished the doctorate program. She's about to finish her state board exam. So it's like it's whatever it is that professional license that you choose to go after. Like it's
the time is gonna pass anyway.
Yeah.
Stay-at-home fathers.
It's worth it.
Stay-at-home fathers 2024. That's the goal, bro.
I'm not promoting that.
That's the goal. That's the goal, bro.
That's
Stay-at-home fathers.
sponsored by me.
Bro. What?
No work from home dads or what?
No.
Oh, I mean, I'm a work from home dad right now.
Stay at home dad mean not meaning that I won't have like a job or not.
You will have a job.
I will be my own employer.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna own a couple houses.
So work from home.
I'm gonna own a couple
All right, that's
businesses.
that's totally different than what.
So I gotta say
Nah,
work from home dads then, not stay at home dads.
Nah, I'm gonna be staying at home.
You're staying at home because you can.
Yes. Yes, to answer your
She
question.
said no, we are not.
Because you were thinking stay-at-home dad meant like no job and the wife goes to work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nah, come on.
Let's clarify. I agree.
Do you think stay-at-home mom? Do you think she got a job that she's getting paid for?
The kids.
No, she's watching the kids. But do you think
That's a
she has a job
job.
that income is coming from?
From the person
no income coming in.
The person working is probably sliding some cash
for what?
For household responsibilities.
No, he's saying she's not working.
Oh, so
yes, the wife is not working.
She got an allowance, nigga?
What I'm saying is
household. Yeah, he's
so
saying
we were getting allowance too. Like it's the same
when
thing.
you stay at home mom, you don't
the mom's
think that
is not
mom
making
has
money.
income.
Yeah.
No fact.
She's taking care of the children and taking care of the home. So when you say stay at home dad, I just
think that's
assume
the opposite.
that's
Exactly.
the same thing.
That's why
I'm
we're
just
not.
thinking about it. It's like if you bring home the bread, you don't have to organize it. Just keep bringing home the bread.
So you saying
work from home?
So a lot of moms, especially stay-at-home moms, usually organize the bills.
All right.
So they the male brings home the bread. They organize everything, delegate it to the kids, to the household, and you out on the road. So you don't have to sit there and be like, when I come home, now I got to organize. Now I got to know what this goes on. It's like you're a team.
Yeah, but she's still not making the money.
She probably gets an allowance. It's probably from all that.
No, she's not earning any income, nigga. You're not understanding.
Y'all wasn't listening.
Yeah, he's not listening. You're not earning income, nigga.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
But no. Well, we live we have this thing, and sometimes they go against us, sometimes they don't.
She earned luxury.
Stereotypes. Know what I mean? Stereotypes.
Is it stereotypes or is it like it's a different word?
Gender roles.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Like,
yeah, I guess. Yeah. Or,
there's another word, and my dyslexia is fucking me up.
Well, describe it. Describe what you're talking about.
The male and female roles. I know what you're talking. Yeah, that's what you're talking.
But like the double standards.
Double standards.
Double
standards.
Yeah. I can read his mind.
My man Q, bro.
I know he was saying the wrong word.
Double standards about what?
He's gonna explain, but I know he was trying to say double standards.
Okay.
Yeah. When we have like a stay-at-home dad, hopefully the double standards, I don't think come to my head that he's not bringing home any income. I just think that he's not working. With the double standards work in the females, I guess they work for her better in that situation, because when you do think stay-at-home mom, you think she's not bringing home any income, but it's not a negative.
And it's okay.
It's not not a negative.
So it'd be looked at as a negative. Verbiage would be a work from home dad.
That's what I'm saying.
So it would be looked at more as a negative.
Whether it's you have like a W-2, like you working for another business and you're getting paid,
or you're an entrepreneur.
I mean, this is my situation.
But
so
that's
like you're working for a business, but you're working from home and like you're on a laptop or whatever.
He's trying to shoot himself bill right now.
Or like.
I don't think anybody that works in their home should be labeled to stay at
home.
Anything, right? Because then everybody who works remotely would be like, "Oh, I'm a stay-at-home person."
Right. That's what I said. That's a work from home day.
But that's what he's saying, that the double standard is making you have to.
I'm saying
you have to you have to change your verbiage, and that's not. I mean, it's a
because it don't sound right if you're a stay-at-home dad.
But you're not a stay-at-home dad if you have investment properties.
And you're not a stay-at-home mom if you have that either.
And dividend-bearing stocks.
Same thing. If you're not,
but we're saying it as a negative.
No.
We're saying the stay-at-home father versus the stay-at-home mother is a negative.
That's what I'm saying.
One at a time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, requires the designation in verbiage. Like, if the person is bringing in some sort of an income. It stay at home means that they stay at home.
Yes.
And they're just taking care of the home.
But I would disagree though, because there's a lot of women that are labeled stay-at-home moms and they do earn or have found a way to earn while they're at home. Like, you know,
or business or something like that.
Whether different ways, they'll still be labeled as a stay-at-home mom in a lot of different
So wait a minute. Time out. Because when you're married, right, when you both have money, it's our money.
Right.
So if she works, not to point at you, but if she works and someone is a stay-at-home dad, whatever money comes in the household is the household's money. It is not her personal money, which is the vice versa. If a man is working and a mother stays home, it is the household money. So what I'm saying is she's not earning any lucrative money, but they are earning money. So if she is organizing the bills and everything, she has a part in the earning because she is delegating the money so that he doesn't have to do it. So it's a team effort.
I feel like we're like circling here for no reason.
I was letting you guys get that.
What is the reason in this conversation?
He just got his bearing.
He just wanted to
yell at us.
I'm not even yelling. I'm asking you a question.
Honestly,
I'm asking. Wait. I'm asking you a question.
No, Banks. That was it was honestly it was a troll statement.
Okay,
it was definitely a troll statement.
I just said cooked us for no reason.
It was a troll statement. I say that because of the double standard.
Okay, so
I mean, it's a. I'm gonna stay at home dad just to get a reaction out of. I mean, but I'm really out. Really,
no, I 1,000% understand.
Yes.
Can I say the next question though? Yes, I have a question. So, how do you balance nursing and singing?
I think that when people say balance, right, then you automatically assume like, oh, it's 50-50, and that's really not the truth. When I'm at work, it's just 100% nursing, and when I'm working on music, it's 100% music. There are days and sometimes weeks where like I can't do anything music-wise. Thank goodness I have so much content, and now I have enough music and a lot of projects behind me, and like I'm starting to get a little bit more creative with my content and figuring out how to get my music to people's ears, because sometimes I literally just don't have the time. I'm working so much in the hospital, more than probably I ever have. But when I'm off and I'm on stage or I'm in a show, I'm in that 100%, and I try to just like turn off the nurse side of my brain. So it's not balanced. It'll never be fair, you know. Right. Some days I'm just drained, I'm just beat up, and sometimes nursing may suffer, you know, like when I go to work on 1 hour sleep because I decide to be at the studio all night, and then guess what? I got to go to the studio again right after work, and everybody knows it though. Mm-hmm. They're like, what did you do? I was in the studio really late.
Yeah.
I'm tired. And they're like, man, you live such a cool life.
I hate that.
Like,
You want something to drink? It's hot as hell in here.
yes, I do.
All right. Go ahead, man.
All right. So last week, your song "Care" was featured on the Joe Budden podcast as one of the sleepers of the week. You also have a couple of collaborations with him. How did you establish that connection?
That's just, I won't say like right time, right place, but just literally knowing people. So everything in music is like a domino effect. one place leads you to the next, leads you to the next. I'm a
Right.
firm believer in that. But I used to, in college, I worked out of this studio called Eastside Sound. And at Eastside Sound, there were these two two interns named Jod and Marco. And they were producers, but they was just interning, working for free for the studio. And I was working for this label, and I was cutting all their reference tracks for them. This is when people actually paid reference vocalists just to sing the song, because the writer usually couldn't sing. Now these writers, everybody does all their own shit, records it at home and sends it out. But like, I would get paid just to sing the song somebody wrote so they could try to sell it to the label or sell it to big artists. So I met Jod and Marco there. Over the years, I formed a relationship with them. They became big producers themselves, producing all kind of stuff, Rick Ross and all kind of other people. And I was working out of this studio downtown in Soho, and one day he's like, yo, my bass player friend said that this guy is looking for a female singer, but he didn't even say like who. He's like, this other guy, he's a singer, he's looking for a female singer for some kind of whatever. So when I got connected with Imani, who was like out on a hunt, and he knew this bass player that knew Jod. So I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll meet. And then as soon as he said it's for Joe Budden, I mean, this is obviously before like
Jersey.
Joe has changed now over the years, but like it was like, oh, Joe, you know,
it's a sweatpants Joe.
This is Joe Budden TV Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was with Tahiri, he would be on YouTube, and I was like, oh. And I'll never forget, I pulled up to the studio like business, like grandma, like ugly clothes, business shoes. I was like, I don't want nobody looking at me, nothing. And we just got to work. Like me and Imani, first of all, that's like my brother.
Nah,
now,
shout out to Imani though. He
decades later. I'm talking about like, that's my road dog. We go everywhere together. Like,
yeah, he was the one that had played your song.
Yeah, he the captain of the light skin delegation.
Okay,
got it.
That's wow.
So he gonna hold it down.
Like those are still my, like Joe is still my people.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because we've been talking about this for so long. Like he kind of naturally fell onto the podcast. He never had plans to like actually join the podcast, even though him and Joe have been friends for many years. So he would be like, yo, one day I'm gonna play your song as a sleeper. And I was like, okay. But I never like paid it, no, never mind. And then he told me like,
this is the song, ladies and
after
gentlemen.
he did it, he didn't even tell me like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it today. Today's gonna be the day. And it's funny because I just got my Apple streams in for the week, because they send you a weekly email, Apple Music for Artists, and that shit like doubled my streams.
Wow.
In a week.
That's what's up.
Mad people sending me love. I mean, so many people know me from Joe, so a lot of the comments were like, yo, he's mad late. Why he ain't give your music love? Like everybody knows you. Like I have so many fans that were like Joe fans that became fans of me, and they like, he should have been played your shit.
Yeah.
Your name was, when you look at the episode of the podcast, your name was highlighted, so it was like easy. I guess they made it easy like to get to your music through Spotify.
My Shazams went through the roof.
Yeah.
I guess
That's
from
so
people
hard,
just putting it to their whatever.
Oh yeah, that's fire.
Oh, so that's what's up. You get the metrics on that too?
Yeah.
That's
how many
dope.
Shazams I got and all
That's
that.
dope.
So I, shout out to E. I so appreciate it. Shout out to Joe. I've been up to the podcast and just hung out. That episode he had Tank on a few weeks back.
Oh,
I was there.
Were you there?
Okay.
Yeah, if you look at one of
That was
Imani's
a funny
pictures, it was so
episode.
funny because I was hiding in the corner the whole time, and at the end, like Tank is my people's too. I know him, and so we're chopping it up, whatever. And I'm always sitting in a chair. I'm the old grandma, so I'm like sitting in a chair in the corner, and Joe's there, Imani's there, and Tank, and everybody's talking to me. We're all having a conversation. And the cameraman, when the camera guy who takes all the photography, he took pictures, and all you see is my foot. You can't even see that I'm there. And I'm not the person who's like, oh, take a picture of me. And I was like, he posted out. I was like, look at my foot right there. I was talking to me, but you can't see. So I've been up there, and shout out to everybody. Joe, Parks, Ish, Ice, all of them.
That's what's up.
That's all right.
Definitely. I'm glad they
And
still
he
show
is
you
my-
love. And
that is my
you were on like
my
2 tracks,
guy.
3 tracks with Joe.
Was I?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Something like that.
We had more shit, man. We had some good stuff that like never made it anywhere. But he was always really, really fun and easy to work with.
That's hard. Yeah. Shout out to Joe for sure.
He's retired now.
We're waiting for him to come back.
Yeah.
He not.
Nah, yeah, we need it.
That pod money is too good.
I think he's going to. I think
He need a
he's
rap,
going
though.
to one.
He
I think he
rap.
wants to. I think he right now he's scared of the reception.
He's only gonna let these motherfuckers keep talking about him because I feel like whenever it comes to his lyricism, the only thing that ever comes up is Pump It Up, and
No,
That's not it.
He lucky. I'm never gonna get tired.
That's
of
not it.
Listen to Cut from a Different Cloth.
Cut from the whole
I'm
Black
never gonna
Cloud,
stop.
the whole Black Cloud project, like everything. So like, I don't know. I just think at some point he's gonna
rap.
He's gonna say enough is enough, and he's just gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna remind these motherfuckers what it really is.
With the, I guess, 4 major projects that you have out, would you consider any of them your debut album? Or have you not put that out yet?
I've never made an album. I've only done EPs, and as a matter of fact, I have 5 out. Only 4 are on streaming. My actual original debut project is called To Whom It May Concern, and you can only find it on SoundCloud now. And that has
J. Cole might have something.
And that has some of, and that came out in 2013, and that has some of my best streaming numbers on SoundCloud. I'm talking about songs that got like 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 streams.
Wow.
Oh shit.
And that's because there was, okay, I know y'all guys, but if y'all ever seen like Housewives of Atlanta, there was a girl on there. She's not on there anymore, but her name was Latoya Forever. She's like a big YouTube influencer. She's like Beyonce of YouTube. Way before she was from Toronto. Now she's moved to the States or whatever. I met her and her ex-husband, her now ex-husband, Adam, because I was out with my ex-husband as well. We were up in Toronto, and he went to meet with Adam, and we went to their house for a Christmas party, and I was like, this is so weird. Like, this is when, like, we're talking about 2015, 2016, like, when people having a camera all the time was just like, this is a lot. But like, they did everything on camera. And she was like, yo, I think I would really like, actually he said like, we could use one of your songs for the intro of our YouTube channel. I was like, okay, whatever. I did not know what that meant. So many people found me, and people hit me up from this day like, yo, I'm a fan because I first heard your song on Latoya's, and it's a song called Nothing I Wouldn't Do, and that was their intro song for an entire season of their show.
That's so hard. Nice.
Yeah, and that was when music was free, so all those streams didn't get me.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, it's a kind of infamous, like if I'm ever like uber famous, that's when I would probably re-release the project, and the OGs would be like, this is old. But like, I feel like I can't bear to put it up on streaming sites where you look at Spotify and that shit looks like it has 25 streams when you know it has like 300,000. It would kill me.
Yeah.
We were talking, so wait, do you know the exact number of listens per album?
I can find them I have
I know
Apple
it's a
Music
lot.
for artists. I have Spotify for artists. I can even find my Amazon, SoundCloud, so like anything that has an artist like back end, you can see. Actually, I'm pretty sure if I went to like my different distributors, I could look and see what it is.
And the percentage, I guess the money per album that the DSPs divvy out is different per company,
per distributor, but it doesn't matter. The most money I ever made on a project was The Balancing Act, hands down. And that was because actually, The Balancing Act wins. But that was the last time I actually sold physical CDs. And I was selling CDs for $15 a pop, 6 songs, $15, and I was mailing them out. I had merch, I had t-shirts. So I used to sign CDs and t-shirts, and I used to literally be like, week by week, yo, this is how you send me money. If you send me $15 and send me your full name and address, I'm putting it. And I was literally waiting to the end of the week. I would pack them all up and put it in the mail, and I was making money off the music. Now I was literally just milling over, actually pressing vinyl of Welcome Home.
Yeah, I heard that's that's what the trendy thing to do.
And
It's definitely
honestly,
up there.
vinyl is about $10 a press.
It's expensive.
And you have to order 100, so it'd be $1,000 investment pretty much.
And that's just the regular like, black
and
vinyl. That's not even at
that's nothing special, but just some black vinyl. But if you ask me, I would have no problem selling my project for $50 a pop.
Absolutely.
And if you support me, this is vinyl, this is special edition, I will sign it for you. It's $50.
You leave that on your website until they all sell out.
Yeah.
If you don't pay $50 for a record like that you really love, like then you
don't
a signed record. I think that's fair.
Absolutely.
I think that's fair.
So actually, so for my show, August 2nd, that's my plan. Because I was like, I don't really have merch this time around, but I would like to actually be able to sell my music. And if people only realize what it cost me to make one song,
they would understand.
They would understand. I mean, just one song alone So I'm still old school. So I have a full studio set up in my place, but it's too noisy, so I can't actually record in there right now. I still prefer to record in the actual studio. I hate recording myself, even though I know how.
Okay.
Even when I have my studio in my house, I hated to do it because it takes my mind off being creative and I have to be worried about buttons.
Yeah.
I just want to go, and I want somebody to go, no, again. Like I don't want to. So I pay for the studio. So $80 an hour in the studio. The mix is $300 or $400. The master is gonna cost about $500. So, and we're not even talking about paying for the beat, paying the producer up front, who then still wants on the back end, of course. So you're talking maybe $2,000 before I even ever put it out. And that's not cover art.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got to pay to market it. You got to do playlist promotions. You know, all of that stuff costs money. So when you think about, I'm giving you 6 songs, I'm giving you $50, that's a deal. I honestly understand now why Nipsey Hussle sold them $100 CDs.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z bought, I think, what was it, like 500 of them or something crazy like that? Like Jay-Z, you get like people, like just the audacity that you had to say like, nah, my shit is worth $100.
It's worth it. I mean, you don't know how much, that's depressing. I didn't know how much you have to put up to make this music. And especially nowadays where people aren't buying physical copies, music is like very disposable nowadays, as everybody thinks it's free. It's like, is it worth being an artist? Like,
because that's what I was going to say. On the other end, as the artist, on the end that it doesn't have the capital to be able to put it up for your own project, and you have to rely on the label that's signing you. Now they own your shit on the back end. Like
is why.
Like they got your publishing, they got your distribution.
But it goes back to what her dad said.
They got everything.
Her dad didn't want her to be a starving artist. I was a studio manager at 17 years old, so I seen that shit. Like, first of all, even investing in the studio, even on their end, that's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Like, all of this shit is fucking capital, yo.
Yeah, it's all a risk.
And people always want to look like they got it.
Exactly.
Right? So some of the people that you see, they're living this life on Instagram, on social media, or whatever, and that's not really the case, but they got to keep up looks.
Yeah.
Right? So then, like,
perception is reality.
In the debt,
when you want
sleeping on couches, don't know where they're going to get their next meal. I run into so many people where I be like, damn, yo, I wish I could do what you do. I see you, you know, full time in music or whatever. And they're like, nah, look at your life and you fucking got it made.
And we don't hear that story until if they make it. If they make it, we hear that Travis Scott lived on the couch for 5 years. Like, if he makes it. But if he didn't make it, we wouldn't have known that Travis
on the way trying to make
exactly. Like,
a lot of people.
We got to realize that's a 1% right there. Like, not everybody is getting off that fucking couch, y'all.
All I know is I love walking into my living room and seeing my baby grand. I love driving away in my Beamer.
Right.
Hey,
wait, hold on. Time out. I thought you were Audi gang at one point. What happened?
So I leased that, and I ended up buying my BMW.
What color is your
I gotta say though, my Audi was my favorite car. I had a black A5, black on black.
So your piano's black too?
You know how long ago I had that car? Okay, I got a 2013 Audi in 2012.
2012, she had money for a long time.
Listen, I was also living at home though.
It's all good.
It's funny.
I had a BM when I was at home. Also, I had a BMW at the crib in my parents' driveway.
Straight up, flexing.
I love that car.
It's funny what caught y'all was the car, but piano caught me. I'm like, shit, what color is your piano?
Right now because it's paid off and it's mine.
Yeah,
you know. But my point is, I don't want to wait to live like my best life or be like, you know, on a wing and a prayer. I like to come home and be comfortable and have an oasis no matter what. If that shit works, if it doesn't work, because the reality is I can't stop being an artist. There are people who do this shit for fun or just because it was a great idea one day, and when that shit doesn't work, they be like, okay, forget it. I don't have that in me.
Exactly.
I can't stop making music. So by knuck or by buck, it's gonna get done, and maybe it won't be full time, and maybe it won't be like I dreamed it when I was 6.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that I was born to make music. And when you are a creative and you're an artist, I'd say this to people, and I say this a lot of places. I say it on stage. Being an artist is a gift and a curse because you are tethered to your gift.
Yes.
And
you saw it early.
When you are tethered to something like that, your worth is very tied into what you can create, and you start feeling like your value is in how good your last shit did. Right,
In
so
the
that's
eyes
why
of other people.
So that is why artists have drinking problems, drug problems, sex addictions, attention issues, because you just need to keep making this shit. It's a very torturous kind of chain of events, and so you try to stop, right? Because you're like, fuck it, I'm putting so much into this. This shit is making me crazy. I want to stop. And then the only thing that brings you peace is making the music. It's real fucked up.
Yeah.
But I know when people say like, well, it's a choice, you know, I've had people say to me, you know, you got to make a choice if this is something you want to do. I never made this choice. Sometimes I be asking God, why did you give me this? Why couldn't I be regular? Why couldn't I just be satisfied with just, I wonder what life would be working 312s and going home and I don't know, maybe volunteering at the homeless shelter or some shit. Like I want to know what it's like to just have a job and be satisfied with that and go home. That life would be so empty for me. I would probably be suicidal if I stopped making music. It's the only thing that's
got it
safe.
in you, dog.
So like, it's not a choice for me, and there's no like, oh yeah, Felicia quit, she's not making music. Or you will never hear that because I just can't stop. Maybe that shit won't be, you know, if I never make it to the Garden, which I don't believe, I believe that I'll sell out at the Garden.
You're gonna get that Grammy.
And I'll get my Grammy. I'm gonna get 19 of them. That's a very
yo, son, yo, listen.
19 is tough.
You sparking mad questions in my head. I know you gotta go, but I gotta. There's a couple.
Like,
son, I got a couple questions.
Get those things,
just spark
but
like
even
two.
if it doesn't look like that, I know that I'm meant to create things, so I'll never stop.
It has to be created.
Making the music.
It
All
has
right,
to be.
real quick, because I know you have to go, and there's a clip that I want to get to before we get out of here, because I want to leave on a good note, and then we also going to talk about your.
This is a great note. That was a great speech.
Yeah. First thing, me being a DJ, and us all three being a DJs, I being on stage or being like performing is like one of the best things. It's intoxicating for me. How do you feel? Do you get the same feeling? I've seen a couple of shows where you just look like you're like in heaven, just on stage. Do you feel like it's like where you belong to be?
Just in your element.
It is exactly where I belong. The stage is like where I feel God. Like there is something, I always say, I know for a fact that I have a magnetic persona is like the best way I can put it. Like anyone who spends too much time with me alone is probably gonna fall in love accidentally. And if when I start singing, it's not even, and I say this, it's just a fact. It's not even a cocky thing. That's just the way it is.
It is what it is.
And
Hold on.
Yeah, where's that
And when I am on stage, I literally feel like there is something in like my vibration that captures people. I'm never in a room where I start singing and I don't immediately quiet the room.
Right.
There is something that like captures people and I can feel it and I can feel myself like taking their energy. It's a very weird exchange that happens when I'm on stage. That's not normal. It's not of this plane. And it's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I understand exactly what you're talking about. There's nothing like connecting as a DJ. There's nothing like connecting with the crowd and they're vibing with you, and like every song that you play is just like they're loving it, and then taking them down roller coasters up back and forth. Like it's
like they're riding your wave.
For sure.
Yeah, it's definitely performing. I love it. I love it, and I can definitely tell that you love it too.
Yeah.
Definitely. Another question that I had, you talked about Grammy. One of the things that you said that you said you didn't want to have a baby until you got a Grammy. Have you changed your mind? I think you have, right, on that.
I in my mind now, now I'm single and I'm like, I'm getting old anyway. I'm like, maybe I'm not ever gonna have a kid. But I do feel like children come.
You're not old, dog. Stop. Get out of here. Janet Jackson just had a baby, my nigga. Like,
just like, you know.
Come on, bro. Didn't J-Lo have a baby? Like
47.
Yeah, come on, bro. Like, it's
Janet,
regular.
Like, yeah, everybody had babies pretty old. But I don't know. This is how I feel. Children, I feel like the spirits of children, and maybe this is my own religiousness about me, I feel like children choose a time to come. And yeah, they choose a time. I feel like you're like a woman, your babies, if you're supposed to have any, they're always with you and they choose when to come. So, you know, when
unless you go to the doctor and be like, take this and this and.
Yeah, you know, but I feel like everything has a time under the sun. So if that time comes, and I haven't, I mean, for all I know, you know, I've gotten to the point where I realized that I was blocking a lot of my blessings worrying about the how.
Okay.
And that's because when we say we want something and we put a goal out there somewhere, we think that we have to outline every single step. We got to figure out the how. And when the how stops making sense, you start blocking yourself. All you got to worry about is what you want. You need to stop worrying about what order it comes in or how it looks or the steps you got to take to get there. You just got to trust that you're on the right path.
Were you
so
the type?
For all I know, my Grammy Award-winning album could be the lullaby children's album that I write because I'm inspired by the child that I had. You know, so like you never know.
That's how people finish their EGOTs, by like weird little stuff that they get their last like award from. It's like sometimes you never know. Like you can make something that touches anyone, like for real, in different ways. Like it's different.
So yeah, I would say I changed my mind on that. I used to have like a very set timeline for everything, but that's everything, right? You always say like, I'm gonna get married and buy a house.
Yeah. So were you the type to get upset? Would you get upset? Like some people get upset if like they make a plan and like some things just don't go right in that plan. That kind of like fucks up everything else for like the whole plan.
Who doesn't? In my mind, my plan was fucked up when I got divorced. I'm like, this is not part of the plan. I'm like, this was not it. I'm like, God, I was so close. I bought the big house. We had the nice cars. I had the empty bedroom with the nursery. Like I had it all.
Oh, man.
I had the plan, right? And then, you know, it's not about what we want.
Yeah.
You know, I believe that God has a very funny sense of humor.
Nah, facts.
1,000%.
That's the truth.
One thing we don't want, well, a lot of us, is to get old, right? I find myself getting older in age, but sometimes staying, I guess, a little bit more current than my like friends and stuff. Sometimes will be like, yo, hear something on the radio and be like, yo, now we're the ones. Or somebody would be like, yo, damn, they're not doing this like they used to. And I'd be like, yo, my parents used to say that shit, yo. like, damn, are we at that age to like that are. Yes. Know what I mean? And I ran across a clip, and I guess we'll comment on it after. I just wanted to play it, and I thought this was pretty funny.
Your 30s are hands down the weirdest age to ever be. Because yes, your 30s are young. Very young, in fact. However, you have crossed a certain threshold in life. And that threshold is basically where you're still very young, but at the same time, you are too old for a lot of shit. You at that age where teenagers and people in their early 20s look at you and be like, damn, you were born in the 1900s? But at the same time, somebody that's 40 plus looks at you like you a fucking baby. You also at that age where you're not old, but you start having old people complaints. A lot of new music sounds like garbage to you. You start saying shit like, why does everything need an app? Why do I have to make an account for this? Sometimes you still gotta remind yourself that you have to make your own doctor's appointments and that your mom ain't doing it for you no more. You're also at that age where you may be wondering why ain't nobody throwing no cookouts. Well, the reason why ain't nobody throwing no cookouts is because all you motherfuckers wondering why ain't nobody throwing no cookouts. Right. It's your responsibility now.
I was saying the same shit.
Where half your friends is married with kids, but the other half is still
BJ, what the fuck
party every weekend. You also at that age where some of the people you went to high school with are starting to turn into the uncles and aunties on Facebook, and that shit weird because it's like, bro, why are you already at that point? You also at that point when your children are starting to reach like serious ages. Like I know people that's my age, 32, with like 13-year-olds. But I will say this though, being in your 30s is a blessing. This shit is awesome. It's like your 20s, but with more money. It's a very weird point in life, man. But when you get here, you gonna love it. And for those of us who are already there, I know you fucking with it, huh? You're 30.
Yeah,
we got about 5.
We got about 5 minutes. All right,
at max.
Max. All right, fuck it, yo. I just wanted to. I mean, yeah, we can talk about it.
Well, I'll say this. Yeah. And in terms of the current state of music, there's some incredible music out there. But as always, right, like the things that I feel like I will call them, I'm not going to say trash, right? But like the lightest, right, easily is going to rise to the top. So what's the first thing that comes to mind when I think of something that's absolutely terrible, but it's almost laughable that it's so popular. Ooh, baby, I love you, you my everything.
Oh my God! Yeah. Listen. I cannot.
Talk to your boy.
Listen, I can't cape for that song, but Sexy Red has a place in my heart.
Felicia, talk to your boy.
Sexy Red has a place in my heart. Yeah.
But wait a minute, though.
Oh yeah, that shit is terrible,
But
bro.
wait a minute.
That song's hard.
She got a couple songs.
Horrible.
Oh,
No,
I
wait a
thought you
minute.
said something else.
Wait a minute. But hear me out, though. It's, you listen to it, right? So, like, when we become those people who are like, damn, shit is not what it used to be, even that is beyond. We have reached a level where there's no longer any filter between the people who are supposed to be artists and the consumer, because everyone and
Can do it.
anyone can go upload something and it can be on Apple Music tomorrow. So there's no longer the A&R that goes, this is unacceptable, this can't
Look,
go out.
when Rob Bass made his fucking It Takes Two, they probably was saying this shit is
This shit's
too much.
trash. That's what they were saying.
But we know that shit is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, ain't nobody else gonna be Stevie Wonder, okay?
Listen, like I
We're
said,
not gonna get another Stevie
Right.
Wonder.
Yeah,
We're
no
not
Michael
gonna get
Jackson, no
another-
more
It's the
Princes.
shock value, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of.
Who can stand out? I mean, who doesn't love, Get It Sexy comes on and I'm like, yeah.
But we gotta understand.
That song is hard, right? That song is good.
No,
But what I'm
she
saying
got some
to you is-
shit.
But what I'm saying to you, it's catchy as hell. But here's the thing. Most songs that are on
That's
the
bankroll, though,
radio
making them beats.
or are like big and popular,
True.
the litmus test is, even if you play it with no words, if you play the beat for some second graders and they start dancing, and if you can actually play the words and they're appropriate and you play it for them and after a couple minutes they can sing it back to you, it's going to be popular.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But it's always been like
It's always
that.
been the kids.
Like
yeah.
God's
always
Plan,
been like that.
things like that.
It's not for
catchy
older
songs.
ears, right? But it's things
It's always
that
been
you
the kids.
can't
Yeah.
stop singing. Like when I first heard, I still don't think I've ever heard that You My Everything, the whole thing.
Never.
But when the shit came
I
across
tried to
my
put that shit in the
Instagram and I
mix.
heard,
Never.
"Ooh,
I was out of there.
what is
I was out of
that?"
there.
That shit
But
called.
that made me want to listen. I was like, she gotta be kidding me.
No,
Like,
she dead ass
That was
serious.
my
Nah,
first
she was
reaction
serious.
too.
No,
She was-
no.
she
But
was
see,
dead ass serious.
I love like people like I think like Kodak Black and like Young Thug are amazing type shit. So,
on the R&B scene, shit is incredible.
oh yeah, no, it's cooking over there.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Cooking over there.
Yeah, Coco Jones, I love her. I love her.
Victoria Monet
Victoria Monet is cooking.
is beating these bitches.
She's cooking, yo.
1,000%.
She's cooking well, like, and she has like a mixture like of sounds.
Lucky
like,
Day, Tones.
Oh,
Lucky Day.
Lucky Day.
Yo.
Lucky Day got some heat.
First of all, Lucky Day
That
be,
new
he
joint
be embarrassing
soft,
people.
bro?
Lucky Day, Yebba, like
Yeah, but okay, Christian Curia. If you
fuck with-
don't know him, Nick Hakeem.
I fuck with Blast.
You-
That fuck with
yeah, no,
Blast.
Blast is cool. Blast is cool, like for sure. Blast is dope. Nah, see, I like that. I mean, I like the way that music. I like where music is, but like you never like we gotta look at it as resources. Like it's gonna be harder to impress people the more we use up the resources that we have, and people are pulling from the same shit.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna keep sampling remixes songs that were remixed and sampled already.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna be harder and harder to impress us. And the younger people, they're making music for them. Like you said, they're making music for the kids, and it's always been like that.
How do you feel about the new wave? I asked this in my chat. About the sexy drill, like people like Cash Cobain.
Shit is dangerous.
And like dangerous, not drill, but sexy drill.
No, shit is dangerous. I'm talking about people out here, they accepting a lot of shit. I'm sorry, I was at an event, everybody was naked. It was Juneteenth, everybody was naked.
Because of the music?
Yeah, Sexy Red and all of them people like
it's definitely getting-
what's her name with the Fisher? What's her name when the
That's-
Fisher remix? Ice Spice.
Ice Spice.
Man, they all
No, I'm not talking about artists like them. I'm talking about artists like Cash Cobain, like artists like with the new. It's a brand new
Oh,
sound.
you
It's
too nuanced
very
for me,
brand
my
new.
nigga.
Like it's
you too nuanced for me.
all
That-
right. Let's get out of here. Anyway,
That's too
Felicia,
nuanced.
thank you for
Fisher
show. Thank you. Listen,
sounds
you have
like
a
a
concert
drill
coming up
song.
soon, right?
I do have a concert coming up August 2nd. If anybody under the sound of my voice or watching me, August 2nd. It's a Friday. I'm a hometown girl. I do a hometown show every 3 years. So this is the time. Debonair Music Hall in Teaneck, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Used to be next to Cali. But Debonair. It's on Queen Anne Road in Teaneck. If you check out any of my social media pages and you click the link in my bio, the top link is the ticket link.
IG right underneath her. It's right there.
Yeah, at Felicia Temple. Please follow me. Come along for the ride. But go get your tickets because I sell out this room.
Let's go.
And there are tables.
Yeah.
You
You can
said
buy
it
a
used to be the
table.
Mexicali, right?
Yeah.
Yo, how
They
much is
have
tables?
Dinner and drinks.
No, we're gonna do that.
What's up?
So table seating is $35 advanced, $40 at the door. General admission to stand is $30. If you get a table, you have to buy the whole table at once. I always have to give everybody this pre-speech because you can't just buy one seat at a four top. You gotta buy the whole four top. But I be selling out these tables. So if you want a good view and you don't want to have to sit up in the balcony or stand in the back by the bar, please get your table.
Get your food delivered to
and
your
then
table.
you can sit down. You can have your drinks. You can have your dinner.
What time is it?
And watch a show. The time of the show is 8 p.m. Doors will open at 6. And I have the incredible Natalie Imani opening for me. If you don't know her, that is one of my homegirls. She puts out incredible music. She has a song out now actually called Escape that I love. That's kind of in my vibe. Like if you like Welcome Home, the project, you'll love her. But she sings for everybody, including John Legend. She was just on the Beyonce Renaissance tour. So it's gonna be an incredible show.
It's gonna sell out. Don't be out there with the bootleggers. I'm
I'm sure.
Homies outside selling the tickets for
Yeah, no. And people ask for ways to support an artist. To me, the best support in the world
buy them
is
hard copy tickets.
The best support in the world is buy a ticket and show up. There's so many times I do shows at home. I see people that I haven't seen in years, and they're like, "Of course I will come out and support you." And I'm like, "That's the fuck I'm talking about. Come to my show."
Yeah, we gotta get a table. We don't get a make it enough table.
Listen, we are going to be there, guaranteed. August
2nd.
August 2nd.
August 2nd on a Friday. Oh, we are there in there. Home team, make it enough. Please give us a shout out if you can.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
She signed my book.
Sign my book. Can you sign it now?
I'm gonna bring mine just to show off. Like, you can sign mine that day with the big marker.
We'll have my
With the
live
silver
band
marker,
there. We're gonna have a good time. So come out August 2nd. My project Welcome Home is out right now, available on all streaming sites.
Go listen.
DSP.
Go listen to all of them.
Listen to every
Bedroom
project
Chronicles
I got.
1, 2. What was the first
3
one?
and 4.
Balancing Act.
The Balancing Act, Welcome Home, To Whom It May Concern. I got so many projects.
Now
and
you
let me
got
tell
one on
you,
SoundCloud too. I'll be on SoundCloud. So.
Yeah, SoundCloud is it.
Yeah.
SoundCloud too. And if you like watching videos, you'll love watching mine. Go to YouTube.
Yeah. Listen, thank you, Felicia. You've been a wonderful guest, yo. I really
so much for
definitely
having
appreciate
me.
you. We will definitely have you back soon.
I feel like there's a lot of people who they want to cherry pick what they do. I don't say no to anybody unless I literally can. I can't tell you how many friends of mine I was like the first episode of their podcast. Like, Khalil, G-Neck.
Yeah.
I did I think episode 15 or whatever. And the other day he came back and he's on episode 600 and something or whatever on the way. On the way,
yeah.
And I just did their thing again. And it's been damn near 10. I went there when I was just starting my music and he supported me and I supported him. Same thing. Imani has started a podcast journey. It's supposed to be an audio thing. I did his first episode. I will do anybody's show, especially if I know you and I've been rocking with you. Hell yes. Because honestly, people, you miss your blessing. Not
acting
you think you get a little too big for your britches, but you never know where your next opportunity is coming from. You never know who's gonna see this that wouldn't have otherwise seen it, that may hit me up. So hell yes, unless I physically can't do it, I will always show up.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, yeah.
Basically, translation, she a real ass bitch.
Real ass nigga, yo, for real. Englewood, dog. Englewood, know what I mean?
Sexy Wednesday.
Yo, she got some shit.
She got some shit.
Wait a minute. What's this?
We gotta roll out one of her tracks, yo.
All right, yo.
Let's roll out with one of her tracks, yo.
Banks, let's get the fuck out of here, yo.
Yeah, man, we here, yo. Making Enough podcast again.
Address me correctly, nigga.
As always, okay. It's your boy DJ Banks, man. You're now tuned in to Making Enough podcast. As always, my brother's DJ Bugs.
What's up,
DJ Blueprint.
Rumor has it the Blueprint Classic.
And Chef and DJ Q. As always, make sure you follow us on all streaming platforms that make it up podcast. We'll see you next time. Let's go.
Yeah, y'all call me 12, nigga.
Shout out to Felicia. Let's go.
Fuck 12, but call me 12.
Yeah.
I'm 12.
Yeah. Wait. I'll tell you when it's supposed to come.
2, 3.
No?
I felt like I was on.
I think we were both on.
I was on.
I think we were on.
They